Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mayfield on first down. And, right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 33. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get out of your hands quickly. Get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And his kick here is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield now. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Mayfield pass.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. Play action now, Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Running is Swift. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Tackle made.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
A.J. Brown, the ball carrier.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
The end of the first quarter.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Swift. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football? It says finish on it, because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive 1st down plays. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing. Winston. Caught left side. It's Beckham. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Washington going to send out their punter. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Washington going to send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and the Lions will take over.
20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Swift, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jameis now on 1st down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield. Throwing deep for Galladay. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
They go play action. Winston. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And this return is going to be halted right. Around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Mayfield now from the 50. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. of the gun, Geis. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Yard line.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington has taken the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
To the ground.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
It's good.
Big yardage that time for Washington, and even 40 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Off to Geis on the screen. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Washington 17, Lions 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams pay the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Mayfield. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And the Lions first down.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. He's going deep for Brown. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Geis. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 71 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A loss of 10 yards.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield throwing deep for Galladay. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
To it after the pick six. Mayfield, he's going deep for Brown. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
DeAndre Swift.
Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Across midfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The pass.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes this Washington 34. Lions 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Kenny Galladay, incomplete. It's third down and 9 yards to go. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
Tonight's final